Okay, today we're going to be converting fractions, decimals, and percents. And when you convert or change a decimal to a percent, remember we're going to use Dr. Pepper. In the first problem, I have 47/100ths or 40.47. I start at the decimal. I move it over. Dr. Pepper, 2 places because Dr. Pepper has 2 in it. My new number is 47%. I do the same thing with 0.1. Dr. Pepper, I have an empty bump, so I'm going to put a 0 in there. I have 10%. The decimal moved over 2 places. It would be right here if there was a decimal, but we don't really put a decimal there. Now, we do the opposite to go from percent to decimal. And so I'm going to take this 59%. And if there was a decimal, it would be right here because it would not change my number. I'm going to pepper doctor this time. Pepper doctor. I just move over 1 number each time. My new decimal is here, so my answer is 0.59. So we can look at that. 59% is equal to 0.59 or 59/100ths. If you look back over here, 0.47 is equal to 47%. You're just moving the decimal back and forth. You're actually going from decimal to percent. You're making the number bigger, so you're multiplying. And going from percent to decimal, you're dividing. Let's look at 25%. 25%. If there was a decimal, it'd be right here. Pepper doctor 0.25. Now, what I need to do to convert a decimal to a fraction, I have 0.89 or 89/100ths. If I say 89/100ths, that tells me what my fraction is. 89 and 100 do not have any common factors, so that is in simplest form. The next one says 0.19 or 19/100ths. I say the number, and then 19/100ths is written 19/100. Okay, this is just a quick review. 8/20. I'm going to look for friendly numbers. 20 and 100 are friendly, so I'm going to say 8/20 equals what over 100? I know that 20 times 5 is 100, so 8 times 5 is 40. I've got a fraction, and so now I can make a decimal. 40/100ths is written 0.40, or it can be just 0.4. Okay, 1/10 is also friendly with 100. 10 times 10 is 100. 1 times 10 is 10. And so that's 10/100ths. You would write 10/100ths as 0.10 or 0.1 1/10. Okay, to convert a fraction to a percent, you can either Tybo, which means top in, bottom out, 9 divided by 20. I need to add a decimal. 20 will go into 90 4 times. 4 times 20 is 80. Add another 0. 20 goes into 100 5 times. So 9/20 is 0.45, which would be 45%. You pretty much have to get the decimal before you can get the percent. All right, let's do this one a little bit differently. This had friendly numbers, but I wanted to remind you about Tybo. 50 times 2 would be 100. 27 times 2 would be 54. 54/100 can be written. Any number over 100 is that percent. 54/100 is 54%. Now, the last section, convert a percent to a fraction. Every percent is this number over 100. 15 over 100. Now I can simplify that. I know that they are both divisible by 5, or 5 is a common factor. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 100 divided by 5 is 20. So 15% is 3/20. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the next one. 12% is 12 over 100, because any number with a percent sign on it is that number over 100. I know that they are both divisible by 2, so I'm going to start there. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 100 divided by 2 is 5. I notice that they are both even, so that means they can be divided one more time. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 50 divided by 2 is 25. 3/25 is as low as that fraction will go, so it's in simplest form, 3 over 25.